So who? Yeah, Mortimer. Okay, fatigue. He's got the fatigue. I can help him out. And so does this guy, also fatigue. He's gonna, okay, fatigue and cold. So the next night the guy will be there. Okay, so. Two fatigues. And a cold. Regenerate 300 health points instantly. Regenerate 60 blood points instantly. I like that. Ferrous tartrate. Got a lot of those. Bronchitis, pneumonia, sepsis, anemia. 15? Holy shit. Treatment for anemia. I guess I'll just wait it out. I'll wait it out. Alright, let's go to Mortimer. Cure his fatigue. Want him to be nice and healthy, so when I think about sucking his neck, then I'll just think about it. Is it this way? No, not this way. Right. That away. Hey, Mortimer, buddy.
Good evening, Miss.
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
Give him the
You are
mess.
not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Alright.
Tell me about yourself.
I don't want...
Alright, I still... Yeah.
I have to go now, sir.
Alright, so I gave him the medicine. More XP. Then I suppose I gotta wait for... Okay, so oh, recovering. My bad. Blood quantity 3. Milton hooks for 2,000. Woo. Still need to find Gwyneth. Don't know where she could be. Gwyneth Brannigan. Alright, so again, probably out by the front, and I just I must have never have found her in Milton before in my life. Just like, yeah, just passing, going along through, you know.
Good evening, nurse.
Okay.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Why is she
Did
looking
he
at me
really?
like suspect? Like,
It's a good
Yeah,
thing
do
I
something.
wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
alright.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Ah,
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
well, speak up.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No, I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
According to the report I read, your unprofessional conduct put a patient in danger, Gwyneth.
That's not true. I know when my patient's life is at risk, and I'm more competent than a lot of doctors that I know. Problem is, I'm a woman.
I don't see what your gender has to do with your abilities, nurse.
Yes, nurse. Because I'll never be a doctor, no matter what my skills. I could make a decision that could save a life, but oh no, that's unbecoming conduct.
Yeah, I got my support.
Have you heard of Elizabeth Blackwell? She was the first woman listed on the UK Medical Register.
This is not
Change
support from
is
him.
slow, but it will come. And you will always have
There
my
it is.
support.
To have the right to study shouldn't be determined by sex, skin, or wealth. That's all I'm saying.
Goodbye, nurse.
Alright. Took care of that. Mr. Tippett.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed,
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
no. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more, unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Nurse Brannigan has been recently accused of neglecting her professional duties. Tell me what you really think about it.
This kind of protest is nothing but elitist bullshit.
Oh.
I trust Nurse Brannigan with my life. She has what it takes to be a great doctor.
Do you really think she could be the next Elizabeth Blackwell?
Believe me, Dr. Reed, a time will come when skill and skill alone will determine who can be a physician and who cannot.
Goodbye, Dr.
Alright.
Still standing after this epidemic.
Patients are not fools.
Milton, my man.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening,
My boy.
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can. Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
Yep, look quality's looking good. And I cannot mess with
I'd like to...
Wise choice.
one of each. Alright. A lot done in one night. Feels like. Well, one night in the game, probably one night in real life too. Improved firepower, improved velocity. Common handle part. What about this used pre-wet steak? 3 points to the stun. Damn, 30 stun. How many shells do I have? 160. Alright, that's fair. I only have enough for one for right now, and I haven't met anybody that has sepsis or anemia. Was it anemia? Yep. Alright. Let me go ahead and rest here, see what I can get with my powers. Super bloodshot eyes. So this is, once again, menu. Can carry 3 serums, increase the number of bullets, increase the damage inflicted when using bite in combat, increase your stamina. I think I might just get like a bunch of little passive ones, really. Level 8 required. Claws. The Shadow Mist is really good. I'm not gonna lie. Defensive 600. You will block your target's blood in their veins, making them defenseless. Damn. Blood barrier. Alright. When using bite in combat. Okay. More health. Autophagy, 1300. Yeah. Increase your life generation while using it in combat. Alright, what's this? How much for stamina? 300? Yeah. Level 1 stamina. Increase your life regeneration. What's the next one for health? Another 300? Alright. Blood capacity. Level 8. Need that. Confirm. Boom. Following night. Alright, so major district events. Every night the consequences of your actions may improve or degrade the district health status. It can also be degraded due to diseases spreading amongst citizens. The more lives you take, the unhealthier a district becomes. If a district health status drops below the critical threshold, it will plunge into chaos. It is for you to decide of district's fate. Okay? Well, we're looking pretty handsome right here. Look at that. Mortimer's all set. He's healthy. Won't tell me shit, but he's healthy.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Help Pembroke Hospital cope with the epidemic. Alright. So now... Oh, hi. What are you doing out here?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
Throw off track.
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Throw off my tracks. Woo! Nobody's going to my room. It's not allowed. Now that it's been the next day, this guy. Where can I find this guy? Went to the old morgue. You know what? I wonder where he could be.
A giant morgue disguised as a hospital. That's Pembroke nowadays.
Good evening, Mr.
I'm okay.
How
So painful.
I have to go now.
He still doesn't want to talk.
Doctor.
But I wonder where that other guy is. Cadigan?
met him in New York once.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
I know I can count on you. I wish I could say the same for the others.
You look exhausted. You're pushing yourself too hard. Don't have to bear the burdens of this hospital.
Well, can't find them right now, but I think it'll be fine to.
The pain. It's here again.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine to leave the game right here. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, and see you tomorrow for. I want to split this with World War Z, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Somehow. But thanks for watching, everybody.